The Baltimore Ravens are making waves this offseason, and it all starts with some major moves on the coaching front that have fans buzzing with excitement. Mike Mickens, who comes from a highly respected Notre Dame background, is joining the Ravens defensive staff to work with the defensive backs. His reputation precedes him, with plenty of people in the college football world considering him one of the top defensive back coaches in the country. While it was clear at some point he would move on, it seems the timing was perfect for Baltimore to snatch up such a talented coach. Someone who can really make an impact on the secondary and elevate that part of the team to a new level. Fans are already imagining the possibilities of a secondary that is sharper, faster, and smarter with Mickens in the mix. On the offensive side of the ball, the Ravens are taking another major step forward. Dwayne Leadford, formerly the offensive line coach and run game coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, is expected to join Baltimore in the same role. Leadford has built a name for himself as one of the best in the business, known for his ability to develop offensive lines and design effective run schemes. Atlanta made a tough decision to bring in Bill Callahan, another highly regarded coach, but that only opened the door for Baltimore to secure Leadford, who has been on the radar of multiple teams around the league. This is a significant hire, not just for the positions he will oversee, but for the culture and confidence he can instill in the entire offensive unit. The Ravens' offensive line struggled in 2025, with inconsistencies that directly impacted the team's performance. From missed blocks to poor communication, the line was one of the main reasons the team did not reach the playoffs. Players like Ronnie Stanley and Daniel Full, who previously performed at high levels, experienced noticeable regression. Some of this falls on the shoulders of the coaching staff. And with George Warhop no longer with the team, Baltimore is bringing in a fresh voice in Leadford. He comes with a wealth of experience and a reputation for improving lines even when personnel is not ideal. Fans are eager to see the transformation, imagining a unit that can finally give Lamar Jackson the protection he needs and open lanes for Derrick Henry to dominate. Leadford's career has been long and diverse. After playing in the NFL from 1999 through 2006, he began coaching in 2005 at the University of North Carolina as an assistant strength and conditioning coach. He has spent years in college football, breaking into the NFL with Atlanta in 2021 as the offensive line coach, before adding run game coordinator to his responsibilities. Interestingly, he also served as Louisville's offensive coordinator for a couple of years. Though he did not overlap with Lamar Jackson, still, that connection to Louisville adds an intriguing layer, as conversations about schemes and philosophies could come up, offering insights and strategies that benefit Baltimore's offense. One of Leadford's strengths lies in his ability to teach the wide zone scheme, a running style that relies on precision, timing, and the ability to adjust to defensive movements in real time. While Atlanta's offense had its limitations and could be predictable at times, Leadford was able to get impressive production from an injured offensive line. This bodes well for Baltimore, where the potential exists to create a dominant defensive front with a healthy roster. The transformation of the offensive line is crucial for Lamar Jackson's ability to operate effectively, and for Derrick Henry to find consistent running lanes. With Leadford leading the charge, the Ravens are poised to improve dramatically in 2026, not just in performance, but in overall confidence and technique. Analyzing the past season shows just how impactful Leadford can be. Despite key injuries in Atlanta, his offensive line consistently performed above average in grading metrics, finishing with PFF scores that reflected strong fundamentals and execution. His lines ranked in the top 10 for total rushing yards. Even when facing setbacks due to injuries, Baltimore's offensive line struggled with health and performance in 2025, making Leadford's arrival all the more significant. With him at the helm, the expectation is not just improvement, but a full revitalization of the unit. The players will have the guidance and knowledge needed to elevate their game and provide the kind of protection and run support that has been lacking. Personnel is always part of the conversation, and Baltimore does face decisions about the interior line, including players like Daniel Full and Angie Voorhees. While the Ravens may need to address some of these positions, the coaching upgrade alone represents a massive shift in direction. Leadford's experience, both in coaching and in his playing career, allows him to assess each player's strengths and weaknesses, implement new schemes, and develop talent to its fullest potential. The goal is a cohesive unit that can handle the pressures of the NFL, protect the quarterback, and consistently open up opportunities for the running game. With Lamar Jackson at quarterback and Derrick Henry in the backfield, the ceiling for this offense is enormous. Leadford has the tools and experience to take the Ravens' offensive line from a point of vulnerability to a clear strength as the offseason progresses. Attention will also focus on potential additions in free agency and the draft. But the foundation is now in place. Baltimore has addressed one of its most pressing needs with a coach who can teach, motivate, and transform. This hire also sends a message about the team's commitment to winning and to surrounding its star players with the best possible support system. The excitement surrounding the Ravens is palpable. Fans can already envision a line that not only protects Lamar Jackson, but also creates lanes for a dominant running game. The improvement from 2025 to 2026 could be stark, and much of that change hinges on Leadford's ability to install confidence, technique, and cohesion. The offensive line is not just a collection of players, it is the backbone of the offense. And with the right leadership, it can become a unit that consistently wins battles in the trenches. Baltimore's front office deserves credit for recognizing the value of top-tier coaching talent and for committing the resources necessary to bring them in. Jesse Mentor's role in these hires has been crucial, and the direction of the team now seems aligned with a plan to build a dominant defensive unit. Leadford's hiring is a clear signal that the Ravens are serious about correcting past mistakes and setting the stage for a successful 2026 season. Fans can expect a line that executes at a high level, supports its skilled players, and contributes to an offense capable of competing with any in the league. While the Ravens are making waves with coaching hires, the focus now shifts to the personnel side, particularly the offensive line, where some key decisions will define the team's trajectory in 2026. Tyler Linderbaum's situation is central to this conversation. After declining his fifth-year option, Baltimore is navigating a delicate balance. Linderbaum is projected to become the highest-paid center in the league, and his contract negotiations are closely tied to Lamar Jackson's extension. If Jackson secures his deal before free agency begins, the team can focus on locking in Linderbaum, ensuring continuity and stability at the center position. Without that extension, however, the path forward becomes uncertain, as free agency could open the door to outside teams willing to meet his financial expectations. The front office is aware that bringing both players back is critical not only for chemistry, but for the overall performance of the offensive line. Daniel Full, on the other hand, is expected to move on from Baltimore. His struggles in 2025, coupled with the team's offensive line regression, make his return highly unlikely. The consensus is clear. Full will not be part of the Ravens' plans moving forward. This opens up opportunities for younger players or potential acquisitions in free agency to fill key spots along the interior line. Meanwhile, players like Ronnie Stanley and Roger Rosenert are seen as cornerstones, offering stability and experience. With Leadford's arrival, these veterans now have a coach who can maximize their potential and integrate new talent effectively, ensuring the line functions as a cohesive unit. The Ravens' offensive line in 2025 faced numerous challenges. Injuries, inconsistent play, and a lack of coordination hindered both the running game and pass protection. Derrick Henry often struggled to find gaps, and Lamar Jackson faced constant pressure, limiting the team's offensive efficiency. Despite flashes of improvement late in the season, the overall performance was below expectations. Leadford's coaching philosophy emphasizes technique, communication, and adaptability, all of which are critical for turning these weaknesses into strengths. His ability to develop young talent and optimize veteran performance is expected to be transformative for Baltimore's offense. Free agency will also play a crucial role in shaping the offensive line. With potential departures and the need to address interior positions, the Ravens may pursue high-caliber guards or centers to complement the existing roster. Draft strategy could be influenced by the new coaching staff's assessment, identifying players who fit Leadford's system and can make immediate contributions. By combining smart acquisitions with strong coaching, Baltimore aims to create an offensive line capable of controlling the line of scrimmage, sustaining drives, and giving Lamar Jackson the protection necessary to execute high-level offensive schemes. The synergy between coaching and talent development cannot be overstated. Leadford's experience in both college and professional football gives him a unique perspective on player evaluation, technique refinement, and scheme implementation. He understands how to adjust the line's approach, depending on the opposition and in-game situations. For players like Linderbaum and Rosenert, This means refining fundamentals, improving consistency, and enhancing their overall impact on the field. For younger players, it's an opportunity to accelerate their growth and contribute meaningfully from the start of the season. Every detail, from footwork to hand placement and communication along the line, will be meticulously coached to ensure the Ravens' offense operates at peak efficiency. Beyond individual player development, Leadford's influence extends to the overall identity of the Ravens' offense. The team struggled with predictability in certain situations last year, but a revitalized offensive line changes that dynamic. With the ability to execute complex run schemes and provide consistent pass protection, the Ravens can diversify their offensive approach, keeping defenses off balance. Derrick Henry benefits from better lanes and more consistent blocking, while Lamar Jackson gains the time to survey the field, make accurate reads, and maximize his dual-threat capabilities. This combination of talent, coaching, and scheme evolution sets the stage for a much more explosive and efficient defensive unit. The coaching hires, combined with smart personnel management, send a clear message: the Ravens are serious about competing at the highest level. By addressing the weaknesses that hindered them in 2025 and implementing a cohesive plan for 2026, Baltimore is positioning itself as a team that can contend deep into the playoffs. Leadford's arrival marks the beginning of a shift in culture and expectation, with players understanding that accountability, technique, and execution are non-negotiable. Fans can anticipate a line that not only protects its quarterback, but actively contributes to the success of the running game, shaping the identity of the team in both short yardage and open field situations. In addition to internal adjustments, the Ravens are also weighing external factors, such as potential free agent acquisitions and draft strategy. With the departure of Full and the uncertain status of Linderbaugh without an extension, there is room to bring in fresh talent. Leadford's evaluation process will be crucial in identifying players who can step in and adapt to his coaching philosophy. This ensures that any additions to the line are not just stopgap solutions, but contributors capable of elevating the unit to elite status. The synergy between new coaching methods and carefully selected talent could dramatically improve the offensive line, making it one of the most reliable and effective in the league. Baltimore's broader offensive strategy also hinges on the performance of this line. In 2025, missed blocks and poor coordination led to stalled drives and limited the effectiveness of both Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. With a fully functioning line under Leadford's guidance, the team can execute more complex schemes, balance run and pass plays, and maintain tempo throughout games. Confidence along the line will permeate the entire offense, allowing skilled players to operate with precision and creativity. This interconnectedness between coaching, talent, and strategy is what makes the Ravens' off-season moves so significant. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. A shocking rumor is sweeping the NFL world. Matthew Judon could be making a sensational return to the Baltimore Ravens, potentially stepping in as the undisputed leader of one of the league's most feared defenses. While nothing has been officially confirmed, sources close to the team suggest that talks are very advanced, and the prospect of Judon rejoining the squad has already set off a frenzy among fans and analysts alike. Judon, known for his relentless pass-rushing ability and knack for game-changing plays, made a significant impact during his earlier tenure with the Ravens. Now, whispers indicate that the franchise is eager to bring back his veteran presence to elevate the defensive unit, particularly after a season that raised questions about the team's edge-rushing depth. The potential return has sparked debates across social media and sports talk shows, with many suggesting that Judon could instantly transform the Ravens' defensive scheme and mentor the younger players in the roster. The speculation doesn't stop at leadership alone. Some insiders are hinting that Judon's presence could shift defensive calls and even influence the team's overall strategy on the field. Coaches reportedly view him as more than just a pass rusher. They see him as a cerebral force, capable of reading offenses and making split-second decisions that could change the momentum of critical games. Analysts are already drawing comparisons to other legendary Ravens defenders, emphasizing that adding Judon back into the mix could signal a renewed focus on defensive dominance in the coming seasons. Despite the excitement, caution remains. Sources stress that negotiations are still underway and contract terms, roster moves, and long-term planning will play key roles in whether this rumor solidifies into reality. Yet, the mere possibility of Judon's return has reignited conversations about the Ravens as a defensive powerhouse, suggesting that the NFL world could be witnessing the early stages of a dramatic homecoming. Fans are waiting with bated breath, speculating about the impact of Judon's return and whether he can reclaim his former glory, while steering the Ravens toward renewed prominence on the defensive side of the ball. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.